Hi everyone, my name is Ann Walsh, and today I'd like to share a reading from my latest book. It's called Out of the Mouths of Moms, and the cover was illustrated by Meredith Luce. She is a local mother and artist, and she did an awesome job not only illustrating the book, but she did the typesetting, formatting, and she submitted it to Amazon, which was an overwhelming process, but she did it for me. So without Meredith Luce, this book would be a manuscript. So thank you, Meredith. I wanted to write this book because of my experience as a mom, because of watching my own mother as a single mom raising me, and all of the moms that I met later on as an art therapist. There was a parallel. We all had very different situations, but I noticed that there's always this contrast between super high expectations on mothers and high level of responsibility, and yet a lack of support, no infrastructure of support. It should be a given that we support moms because it is a difficult, not just difficult, that's the wrong word, it's a challenging experience. You have many ups and downs, and it's different for each mom. Some moms have a great time at the beginning, others don't, and sometimes it's later on when they're toddlers or when they go to school or they're tweens or teenagers, but we all have these different parts of motherhood that are challenging. And so what I was hoping was that through sharing stories of motherhood from all sorts of different moms, that we wouldn't keep it to ourselves when we were struggling, that we would feel able to open up to each other and have a conversation about our experience. So that was my intention. I chose to read, there are 15 moms interviewed in the book, and I chose to read a part at the end which is not someone's personal story. I've dedicated an entire chapter to how can we support moms at the end of the book. And so if you have a copy of the book, I'm reading from page 320. Connections Are Key is the title of that section. Motherhood is a lonely place. Women are naturally loving and nurturing. We crave connections and find meaning through our relationships. Women before us have fought for our right to make choices about whether to marry or not, have children and when, what career we want, and where we wish to live. This progress should be celebrated, but we also need to recognize that these choices have led to our diversity as mothers. Motherhood has become a competitive sport. We let our differences divide us as we try to prove to others, and I suspect to ourselves, that we made the best decision. Our strength has always been our sisterhood. However, in the face of competition, we cannot be vulnerable. We must cover up our self-doubts and struggles and put on a brave face. We try to convey that we're fine, that we've got this motherhood thing all figured out. We were raised to believe that we can have it all. What if we don't want it all? What if we do have it all and we are miserable and overwhelmed? Then what? Do we dare speak our truth? The next section is Silence is Deadly. The hesitation to share our suffering openly puts our mental health at risk and further isolates us. If you accidentally cut yourself, you call out and tell people you have hurt yourself. This is their cue to come and help you. Moms don't do this when they are struggling with loneliness or self-doubt. The tears in the shower, the urge to scream out of frustration, the overwhelm you feel are signals indicating that you need to reach out. People don't know you are struggling unless you tell them. Sometimes just saying it out loud and being heard is enough. Once you share your pain, you'll find that other moms will rally around you to offer help and assurances. The last section, We Are Worthy. Women are fierce advocates. We don't give up on our children. We jump in and figure things out. We do whatever is in our power to ensure our children get the support and resources they need. However, we suck at getting that same support for ourselves. We are raised to sacrifice our needs or ambitions for the greater good. Even in this day and age, when we are more educated, liberated, and self-aware, we still put ourselves last. We do not acknowledge or celebrate our victories and successes. Almost every mother I interviewed warned me that her story might not be worthy of my book. Moms wanted to share their stories with me in order to help others, but they didn't consider it a big deal. I think many mothers realized how much they had accomplished as their story unfolded. Telling your whole story, wherever that narrative starts for you, is cathartic and therapeutic. It feels wonderful to be witnessed and validated. Realizing that your feelings, self-doubts, and fears are normal is liberating. So that was my reading from my book. I hope you enjoyed it. As I stated before, there isn't enough support for moms. I am trying to do my part to create more support for mothers in my area. If you want to hear more about it, you can go to my website. That's www.annewalsh.ca. Thank you for listening.